Welcome back to the DFS Sweatshop. I am your host, the DFS Jerusalem, and you can follow me, of course, on Twitter at DFS Jerusalem. Today, we're gonna be breaking down what happened on Saturday's monster MLB slate. A lot of solid baseball that we saw. A lot of guys we were on. A lot of guys we were on did well. A lot of guys that we were on that didn't do particularly well. But when it came to some of the stacks that we liked, let's be real about it. When it came to some of the stacks that we liked, we really got it in. My favorite stack on the slate, we talked about it, was the Cincinnati Reds. And the funny thing, because was at the zoo with my wife and the children, and it was tough. It was tough to make lineups for me today. It was really hard for me to make lineups, but I made sure that I had some exposure to Cincinnati, man. I made for damn sure I had much exposure to that. I'm telling you, bro. I had so much exposure to them, and I was so happy about that because they went nuts, and I can't believe the ownership was so low. Why was the ownership so low on some of those Cincinnati guys? No, I'm telling you who the ownership was really low on that surprised me. I got Matt Carpenter in a 20 entry max tournament, 15K 20 entry max tournament at 3.7% owned. I'm talking about for damn near the whole slate until I went into the red. I was sitting in fourth place. I was moving between fourth and sixth. So I was at 500, 200, 500, 200, 400, 200, 500. It was dope. It was dope. It was sort of a real live sweat. Finished getting $92, but 5 times the buy-in though. It was great. They told everybody they didn't like Cincinnati today. Get the fuck out of here. We saw that coming a mile away. As a matter of fact, that didn't just come from me. That came from a lot of y'all. In the shop, we was like, this is what you should do. You should go ahead and stack 1 through 5. You can stack 1 through 5 from Cincinnati. Take Joey Votto out and put Carpenter in there at 3.8. And when I heard, who said that? Was it the Envious One on YouTube? When he said that, I was like, mind blown. And that's exactly what I did. What undid me today, what took me out of that top 5 finish, and I'm going to be real with you, what took me out of that top 5 finish was not getting the exposure that I should have gotten to my Yankees. That's what killed me. I did not have enough Yankees. Well, I didn't have any Yankees, actually. I didn't play Judge, and I was like, hell yeah, I got away from the motherfuckers, but I didn't play Judge, because he didn't meet my roster build. But a lot of people didn't play Judge, and a lot of people played Castro. A lot of people played Hicks, and when they went ham in whatever inning that was, I think 6th, 7th inning, they all shot by me, bro, knocked me all the way down. But it still was a profitable night. So hey, I can't. Yeah, the Reds were on today, bro. Hell yeah, the Reds were on today. Caught you at a strip club. What happened at the strip club, big homie? Corey Love, what's happening, big homie? Tim Newbolt, good to see you in the spot, man. Because everybody was on Colorado and the Yankees-Cubs games was nationally televised. That's where everyone was. Edwin Neves, man, dude is always the voice of reason. Edwin Neves is the kind of cat that I would take to the strip club with me. You know what I mean? He's always the voice of reason. Because I would be ready to throw it, and Edwin would be like, no, listen. You got a wife. You got 5 children. You don't make a lot of money, brother. Just go ahead and put it away. Like Edwin Neves is the voice of reason, our resident Chicago White Sox fan, bro. He always talks me off of the ledge. Always does. Really, really solid cat, man. Love it here in the shop. So, like I said, we do have a very solid slate of games today. Taking a look at it, I've got some stuff open up here that we're gonna be going through. Let's go ahead and jump straight into I think one of my babies fell out of the bed. It's okay, she's fine. Billy Hamilton went nuts. He did. Popping it open on an MLB tip. Let's check it out. Now we've got 15 games all day. Now, if you played it all day, it's all good. Bellinger is another guy. I always shout out Dylan Zink in this spot. He always talks about playing Bellinger. Well, that's the guy he's been telling us to get on. And I did have him in one. I just didn't play a ton of different lineups today. Christopher Marie is in the spot. The usual suspects are here. Now, check it out. We've got 15 game all day slate. If you're going to be playing it all day, say yeah. We've got 8 games at 110. I love that. I love that. I can get to the money earlier. I like that. The 8 game slate at 110. We've got a 3 game turbo at 210. We've got 7 game slate in the afternoon at 310. That's going to shape out the rest of the 15. We've got a 4 game turbo inside of that at 405 and another 440 late slate. That's 2 games. So yo, it's a lot of places to butter your bread, homie. There's a lot of spots to butter your bread in this. All right. So we're gonna jump into it, man. Talk a few things. Taking a look. Let's go ahead and bust it open with the games. And what I want to do is I kind of want to start with be a little bit slate specific and start with that 1 p.m. slate. We're gonna go over all the games. We're gonna talk about it, but I want to be a little bit kind of slate specific when we break this down. Okay. Brett Baker, what's up, homie? Good to see you, man. Riley Dwayne Davis, yo, Hamilton has been going. Yeah, I mean, Billy Hamilton's been going hand. That dude is fast as fuck. I mean, he's just straight fast. I mean, there's no other way to really explain it. It's really not. It's not. So first game on the slate is the Miami Marlins and the New York Mets. 12-mile-per-hour wind going out towards center right field. 0% chance of rain in this spot. We've got 56% humidity, mostly cloudy. The game's going to be fine. Yo, wasn't it tough to see Cabrera go out the game? I think he had like 9 DraftKings points. I think he was cruising and set to score in, mid to high double figures. And he goes out of the game with an injury. That kind of sucked. We've got Jose Urena at 5K and Matt Harvey. Let me check to be sure that's what that is, because sometimes on this particular site that I'm looking at, they can fuck shit up. So let me open that up and make sure that that's who it is that we have. Because it's not finalized yet. It's not finalized yet. So make sure everybody is here with it. Yep, we got Harvey and Urena are the cats that we got here in this first game. Harvey at 7.5, Urena at 5K. Taking a look. Now, against Urena, give me some left-handed bats. We know that the top of that order is usually left-handed like a motherfucker. But we talk about the Mets. You talk about Conforto, Cabrera, who may play or may be injured. We're not sure yet. You're like Jay Bruce in the spot at 4.3. Neil Walker's the guy you can take a look at. Curtis Granderson, the old man. Jose Reyes. Like all of these guys I think are going to be in play. The Mets are hot as hell right now, and you can play them. Now, Matt Harvey against the Miami Marlins on the other side, that right-hander, it's going to be hard for me to jump totally up towards some of those left-handed bats. You look at D. Gordon. You look at Christian Yelich, who's day-to-day right now. Look at Justin Bour. I don't really like those guys. The one guy I think you can take a shot at is going to be Marcell Ozuna at 3.3. Had a pretty decent game out today. And even Stanton at 4.2 is a guy that I think you can give consideration to. What's good, family? 4 times your buy-in. Awesome. I love to see that. Love to see that. So there's not a lot that I love in this game, but definitely some places that I think we can find value. Definitely. I think we can find value in these places. So let's make sure that everything is still everything. Stanton homer today. Yeah. Yeah. Stanton got it right. Stanton got it right. Nick, come here, baby. Come here. Hey, come here. Let me talk to you. Come here. Let me talk to you. Excuse me, y'all. We got a special visitor, special guest. Now, baby, you know Daddy working. You know that, right? What Daddy wants you to do?
So now night light have broke.
You broke the night light?
No.
Who broke it?
Nobody.
You telling the truth? Let me start playing the what was the show? The little dad music from Full House. Baby, did you break the night light? You sure? Okay. Well, give me a kiss and go get in the bed. I love you. Okay. She broke that night light. She broke that light. You know she did. You know she broke that light. She broke that light. Next game we're talking about is the Toronto Blue Jays and the Tampa Bay Rays. Joe Biagini at 4.8 and Alex Cobb at 7.7. Yo, right off the bat, I think I do like Cobb in this spot. She love to come. She's a little ham now. I think I kind of like Alex Cobb in the spot against Joe Biaggiani. Let's open it up and take a look at him, man. Nothing on this cat. There's nothing here. I don't know anything about this dude. I'm quite sure most of us don't know much about him. But looking at Alex Cobb in his last few starts, 17, 7, 13.35, negative 3.95, 18, and 19. Pretty solid. Pretty solid. Now, I wouldn't say he's the picture of consistency, but I think against the Toronto Blue Jays, he could be a solid play. I really do. Now, this right-hander, I'm loading up on some Tampa Bay lefties in this spot. I like some Tampa Bay lefties. Gotta like Cobb. Blue Jays been getting handled. Yes. Give me some of these lefties. Give me Corey Dickerson. Kevin Kiermaier is the only lefty on this team that's going to give me a complete pause because he's not been hitting very well lately. But I think this could be a get-right spot for him. You got Brad Miller. Souza Jr. is somebody who's in play. Logan Morrison is cheap. Like, yo, you can give me some of these cats. I like these dudes. Got in a little bit late. Play sale tomorrow. Yo, Josh Dewey just wants to come in and say, hey, play sale. And you know what? I couldn't agree more. I'm going sale with Milwaukee and a New York Mets stack. He's a decent reliever, but I don't know how long he can throw in a starting position. I'm attacking. I'm going to be in attack mode for that reason. Bats that I like, if you wanted to attack Cobb, kind of go against me, you can definitely take a look at Kendrys Morales. The dude's been smashing on right-handed pitchers lately. Don't have an issue there. Even Justin Smoke has been playing very well. 2.8. This could be a contrarian play if you really did not want to take a look at Alex Cobb. And in this is what I feel. At 7.7, Alex Cobb is in a spot where if you're not playing him, I think you should attack him. He's that guy for me today. He's that guy for me because I like him. And if you don't agree with me, and you're not going to be playing him, I think you should be attacking him. Yeah, I see Sale on the site as your pitcher. We on him, yes. Yeah, I'm on Sale. I'm pretty much, Chris Sale is one of those cats. Chris Sale, Kershaw, Scherzer, one of those cats that either I like them in one lineup or I like them in every lineup. I never go half-fast with those cats. Either I want to fade them completely, but I just don't have the nuts. So I'll play between 5 and 10 lineups and I'll just have them in one. Or I like them and I'm going to play them everywhere. And I'm telling you, I love Chris Sale tomorrow. Like, I'm going to find a way to have this dude in as many lineups as I make. I'm gonna find a way. Toronto might have the worst bullpen. Mommy smacks Sale around, usually from his Chicago White Sox days. On Sale and everything. Yes, I like him. I'm on Sale, but we're gonna get to that in just a moment. So, like I said, there are a few bats you can take a look at. Next game we're talking about is gonna be the St. Louis Cardinals and the Atlanta Braves. Yo, this is an 8.5 run total. We got 9-mile-per-hour winds and quick question. After the Porcello just did, I can't see not playing Sale. I like that. That's a solid train of thought. After what Porcello did against them, you can't see yourself not playing Sale. I can dig that. So we've got the Atlanta Braves at home. You got to think at some point the Braves are going to turn this shit around, man. They have been kind of smacked around. See me that MLB The Show on PS4. Yo, Cammy TL, the homie just checked in. Yo, I'm going to come see you, B. I got to get my skills up. I'm not very good. I got to get my skills up first. The directional hitting, I don't know whether to go directional or to go with the wedge joint where it's like a little oval that you can put with the ball. I don't know which way to go. So I've been playing on beginner mode and I've been crushing. I'm great in beginner mode. So Atlanta Braves, they've got to turn it around at some point. I like the Braves bats. That's coming from Christopher Marie. Yo, you on Xbox One until today. Okay, cool. Yeah, I just got mine too. A couple weeks ago, I had to, man. Gunn was like, yo, you got to get on the show. So I went and got the PS4. But, yo, you got to think the Atlanta Bats are going to wake up at some point during this series, man. They've got to. 9-mile-per-hour wind going out toward right field. 38% humidity, 67 degrees in Atlanta, 0% chance of rain. All things point. They got a sort of, this is what I like. Michael Walker is a guy that if you put the fact that Michael Walker has been decent lately, put that with the fact that most recently the Atlanta Braves have been struggling. You put those two together, I think you get high ownership for Michael Walker on this 8-game slate in the early, right? So now we're in a spot where the Atlanta Braves, one of the better small ball teams with a little bit of pop in the league, has become sort of a contrarian play. The Atlanta Braves, even the left-handers, have become sort of a contrarian play. So give me Inciarte, give me Freddie Freeman, give me Nick Markakis. I kind of like Matt Kemp in this spot. I can use some of these Braves guys. I think they bounce back, man. Yeah, exactly. And now if I see Michael Walker as being a guy who's going to be, fairly highly owned, I'm going to attack. I'm going to attack. Most definitely. So take a look at R.A. Dickey. Definitely a guy you can man. Look, Carpenter, love him. Carpenter did all that damage last night and went up 100. Give me some Carpenter. I love him in the spot too. The only issue with that is you can't get Carpenter and Freddie Freeman, so that means I get to make multiple lineups, some with Carpenter, some with Freeman. I'm going to have exposure to both of them. I like the St. Louis guys. I do too. I like some of them too. I like Colton Wong. The same two guys I liked yesterday. It's Colton Wong and Matt Carpenter. Same two guys I liked yesterday. They're the guys I like today. I think I definitely think about it. Brandon Phillips batting 258 in 31 at bats versus and Kemp 375. Okay, I can dig that. Yeah, the St. Louis bats, they are heating up. They are. I mean, you look at Diaz been playing well. Colton Wong, who I already like. Dexter Fowler's pretty decent. Yeah, these guys are good. I could go 3 deep on this. If Dexter Fowler does play, I can go Fowler, Carpenter, and Colton Wong in the spot. That's what I can do. That's what I can do. So now and for that fact, I'm not loving on Michael Walker. I'm just not. I'm not gonna be the one to pick. Oh, I'm gonna pick on the Braves too, like everybody else did yesterday, and they fucking smash. And I got a pitcher that spent 7.6K and he's got negative points. I'm not doing that. That's not what I'm doing. So I won't be playing Michael Walker tomorrow. I won't. Next game we're talking about is the Chicago White Sox and the Baltimore Orioles. This is going to be a 12-mile-per-hour wind shooting out toward right field. You got 59 degrees is the temperature, 0% chance of rain, 41 dew point. We've got Jose Quintana at 9.8 against Chris Tillman at 8.2. Let's do a quick check on some K percentages, right? Where do the Baltimore Orioles sit? They are top 10 in the league or bottom 10 in the league when it comes to K rate. 22.9% K rate for them as a team. You're talking about Quintana, who is a K pitcher. This is a guy who thrives off strikeouts. And I think if you can't find yourself in the all day, if you can't find yourself, paying up that price for sale everywhere, and you needed a guy that's a legitimate K upside style pitcher, I think you can look at Jose Quintana. This is another guy who I think if you're not playing him, you should be attacking him. Because Quintana does have ace potential, a very solid K pitcher. This guy can get a ton of strikeouts. If you think that that's not what's going to happen, then you should be playing some Baltimore bats in the spot. And most notably, I think you should take a look at, Manny Machado, definitely Mark Trumbo. Jonathan Shoup is a guy you look at. Trey Mancini if he's in the rotation again. So attack him, bro. Attack him. Armando Gonzalez, that big homie. And one solid issue, a point with that is the fact that they're going to be playing in Camden Yards, man, a straight-up hitter's park. So that's going to be even more reason to play the Baltimore bats. It's going to be a big reason if you're looking to be contrarian to play Jose Quintana because he's going to see low ownership in this spot. So, this is a lot of meat and potatoes in this game, too. Chris Tillman, no. Some of the better BVPs on the slate if you like BVP. If you like BVP, some of the best BVPs are going to come from this game. You look at Melky Cabrera, 4.5K. Very solid BVP against Chris Tillman. If you want to check that out, go to the website to see exactly what it is. Solid stuff here. So you could play a couple of these White Sox guys. Holler at Edwin Neves. Big homie, what do you think we should do against Chris Tillman when it comes to those Chicago White Sox bats? Where can we get our guaranteed points? Adam Jones, J.J. Hardy's 3 home runs and 26 at-bats combined. That's against Jose Quintana. Ooh, that's tough. Target bats from New York, Mets, Arizona, and Milwaukee coming from Brian Burgess. Good point there. I definitely take that into consideration. Good point there. Next game we're talking about is going to be the Milwaukee Brewers and the Pittsburgh Pirates. This game, first pitch goes out at 135. 13-mile-per-hour wind going out toward left field, bro. 0% chance of rain. 55 degrees. The humidity is at 46%. This is a good day for baseball, man. 8.5 run total. We've got Willie Peralta at 5.6. Tyler Glasnow at 7.4. Peralta has been the resident Shelley in some spots. -9 against St. Louis last time out. Against Cincinnati, 15.25. Against St. Louis again, 17.8. So he did clean that up, and he has gotten just a little bit better. Is he a guy that you can take a look at? The Pirates do not really scare me as far as the rotation goes. I like to roster right-handers against the Pirates. I don't think Tillman ERA in 4 starts in the minors is 7.16. Ooh, that's horrible. That's horrible. I think I can rock with Willie Peralta against the Pittsburgh Pirates. Tyler Glasnow, I'm not doing it. I don't like that at all. As a matter of fact, I think now's the time to jump back on the Milwaukee guys. I'm gonna take a page from what the homie just said here, what the homie Mr. Burgess just said here, and I think we can definitely take a look at some of these Milwaukee guys. You look at VR, Thames could bounce back in the spot. Travis Shaw's a guy that I like all the time. I'm gonna go 2 to maybe 3-man stack when it comes to the Milwaukee Brewers. Don't have any interest at all in the Pittsburgh side, and that could come back to bite me because they have been playing particularly well lately. Is Peralta starting or Davies? Let's go ahead and check this out and make sure we are in the right place. Davies, it's not Peralta, it's Davies. I fucking hate RotoQL. I fucking hate RotoQL for that. I love them for everything else, but for that, they suck. So we got Zach Davies is going to be starting here and not Willie Peralta. Doesn't change the fact I don't like Zach Davies either. I don't like Zach Davies either. So that wasn't too big of a difference. So next game we're talking about, it's going to be the Boston Red Sox and the Minnesota Twins. You already know how I feel about Chris Sale, 12.6. Big time left-hander, huge K percentage. Taking a look over the last games, check this out. Now this dude has not scored less than 27 DraftKings points so far this year, and that was in the first game. Edmund Neves says Anderson, Milky, Abreu, Frazier for a White Sox stack. Take notice of that. Looking at Chris Sale, last time against Baltimore, 37 points. Against my New York Yankees, 28. Against Toronto, 41. 38 against Tampa Bay, 29 against Detroit, 27 against Pittsburgh to start the season. So this dude is in a really solid spot. Against Minnesota, man, this is a team that does strike out. Let's just take a look at their strike K percentage, because this is probably the best K pitcher on the slate. Looking at the Minnesota Twins here, they're 20th in K rate, and it's above 20%. It's above 20%. They're 20.7% K rate. So I definitely think that Chris Sale is somebody who we can take advantage of in this spot. Give me some Chris Sale all day. The one trepidation I do have when it comes, because Urban Santana is a very solid pitcher as well on the other side. I think this is a spot where where you could play Urban Santana. Now the Boston bats have heated up some, but not enough to the point to where you guys got to be ducking them and scared to play guys against them. Because people are going to look at this game pitching, and they're only going to see Sale. They're only going to see Sale. They're not going to see Urban Santana. Now, he's priced up to 9.7. Had a really good start out last time. But I can tell you, he's a guy that can throw the ball past some of these Boston bats. 27, 26, 17, 44 against Chicago White Sox. 23 and 21 were all of his DraftKings scores. Santana can be a solid play, a very sneaky play in this spot. Dozier batting .289 and 38 at-bats with 3 home runs and 11 RBIs. That is against Urban Santana. I think he could be. That's against Chris Sale. Dude can be kind of sneaky in this spot. Talking about Urban Santana, man. Even Betts has been striking out. Exactly. Like, they have not really been laying the wood to the ball like that. And you may be able to get away with playing Urban Santana. I have Santana with Sale lineup already. Dozier has ankle injury out Saturday, out today. That's right. Good call. Dozier is out. Next game we're talking about. Well, no, let's go back to that because we need to talk about that a little bit more. Now, Chris Sale is probably going to give up a run. It's tough to pick the guy that's going to get it, so I'm not fucking with it. Urban Santana is going to be very strong. He's a guy that it doesn't make sense to like stack Boston and attack Urban Santana, in my opinion. Coming off of a huge scoring game they just had out last time. They're going to get some ace pitching from Chris Sale, so I don't think there's going to be a need for the Red Sox to bunt guys and move guys over and play a touchdown. So I don't really love the bats on either side of this game. It's hard. Check out games where you've got Chris Sale, you've got Kershaw, you've got You got Scherzer. Check out games where they pitch, and very rarely do those games meet the over under. Very rarely do those games go over, because the pace of the game is dictated by the best player, and usually it's Chris Sale, usually it's Kershaw, and they shut the whole fucking game down. Like it's like they pitch so good that their players can't hit. Like nobody hits the ball. Everybody just stops hitting, and usually that does benefit the other pitcher. Even though he doesn't get the win, he doesn't give a bunch of hits. Be careful with Sale in this spot. My stand here is no double-digit Ks for Sale today. If anyone, Benintendi is gonna be playing Benintendi. I got that. Dodger tonight was the exception. Right. Joshua Paul Davis, man, good to see you in the spot, bro. Good to see you, fam. Next game we're talking about is the Cleveland Indians and the Kansas City Royals. This game, first pitch goes out at 2:15. Let's go check DraftKings to make sure we have the perfect pitching. Okay, we've got Danny Duffy at 8.4 and Mike Clevinger at 4.9. Taking a close look at this, I hate when we get like really shitty pitchers against Kansas City Royals, because I hate to play the Kansas City Royals. But when they're in this situation, like against a guy like Mike Clevinger, it makes you look at the order a little bit, especially when you see that some of the strengths of the Kansas City Royals order is some of the left-handed guys like Eric Hosmer, Mike Moustakas, Alex Gordon, Brandon Moss. Those are some of the better guys in the lineup. And it kind of makes you play. It makes you think about playing these guys. 8.5 run total, 10 mile per hour wind going out toward left field, 45% chance of, 45% humidity, 0% chance of rain, 76 degrees in Kansas City. Going to be a very solid day for baseball here. You know what? Danny Duffy is somebody I kind of like, but Carlos Santana has an awesome BVP against him. One of the better BVPs on the slate. If you like it, BVP. Now, would I take a look at the Kansas City guys? I think I will. I can't do it. Kansas City bats are pathetic. That's coming from Christopher Marie. I'm going to take a look. Because if I need to get Sale and another high dollar pitcher or another, mid-level pitcher, and the only thing I can do is to rock with some of these Kansas City bats, I might give it a shot. Especially I like the left-hand guys against Mike Clevinger. Yeah, I agree, but I still think he's too expensive to play decent bats with him. That's right. So that's where I'm at. Danny Duffy can be in a good spot, but Carlos Santana, man, great BVP against him. Lindor is a guy that I do like. This is a spot for Edwin Encarnacion at 4.4. Dude hits well against left-handers. Even a guy like Jose Ramirez can be in a decent spot in this game. So, I always say, Cleveland stack. I like Cleveland stack. Brantley, Gomez, Lindor, Santana. I used Kansas City bats today and had my worst score ever in MLB, under 50. That's a little something to let you know. You might not want to fuck with the Kansas City bats. Next game we're talking about is the Washington Nationals and the Philadelphia Phillies. 15 mile per hour wind going out toward right field. 1% chance of very light rain. 58 degrees is the temperature. 42 is the dew point. Really solid day for baseball, in my opinion. We've got Tanner Roark at 8.7. And I believe, is that Jeremy Hellickson is going to be there? Let's make sure. Take a look. Go to DraftKings. Yep, we got Jeremy Hellickson and Tanner Roark on the mound. Roark is at 8.7. Hellickson, 7.1. I don't want to play anybody against at a pitcher spot against the Washington Nationals at 8.5 run total. Really don't want to go there. But I don't want to play Tanner Roark either. I think this is a spot where we can see the Philadelphia bats really come to life. 12.6 isn't bad. Okay. Nats bats in the spot. Yeah. I could attack Jeremy Hellickson. A few guys I like. Now, are we going to see Bryce Harper back? There's a good chance we might see Bryce Harper. Daniel Murphy, like him. Jason Worth, could be a possibility. Trey Turner, yes. Zimmerman, I like these guys. I'm going to play someone. Even Matt Waiters, if he does play, we might see the other cat, because Waiters did play 2 games back-to-back. So we might see the other catcher, Lobaton. We might see him. But I like a couple of Philadelphia bats too, man. Abdul Herrera, pretty solid BVP against Tanner Roark, and he is priced down to 3.6. Yo, some of these left-handed and switch-hitting bats for Philadelphia could be in a very good spot. You're talking about Cesar Hernandez, Freddie Galvis, Abdul Herrera, going down to Michael Saunders. Yo, take a look at some of these guys, bro. Philadelphia, they're sneaky as fuck. Nobody's going to want to play those cats. Nobody's going to want to play them. And that's a good way to get Sale in a solid run total, 8.5 run total. Rendon is coming from YouTube. So take a look at some of these guys, man. I think he can be some really good spots. Now, as you know, we do have There's an all-day slate. There's an 8-game starts at 1:10. That was the last game from that 8-game slate. There is another one, a 7-game slate. That does begin. That's the afternoon slate. Begins at 3:30. So let's go ahead and talk about that, man. First game on there we're going to have is the Arizona Cardinals and the Colorado Rockies. Okay, Coors Field, once again, 3-mile-per-hour wind going out towards center field, 0% chance of rain, 81 degrees, 25% humidity. I think we've got Taijuan Walker and Tyler Chatwood. Let me take a look on DK, make sure that's exactly where we're at, because we know sometimes we can be misled by some of the sites that are too lazy to update the information. So we're gonna open it up and make sure we're there with it. Arizona bats. You think they're gonna go back and forth? Like one day it's gonna be Arizona, and this day it's gonna be Colorado. Well, let's take a look at who we got pictured in this spot. We've got Taijuan Walker, Tyler Chatwood. Chatwood at 5.5. Yo, now, hey, I gotta get this monkey off my back, because I talked a lot about playing Patrick Corbin, right? Listen, I was right about playing a pitcher in Coors. I was right. I was just on the wrong pitcher. I should have been on the other guy that scored 31 DraftKings points. I wanted to play a pitcher in Coors, and Corbin was not the play. It was the other dude. So a lot of times you're on the right track, but you just, swing and a miss. That's what that was for me. So we got Taijuan Walker, Tyler Chatwood. Chatwood in his last few games, 5, 2, 7, 35 against San Fran, 12 and 10. Hella inconsistent. Chatwood, that is. I don't think I can play that guy. In Colorado. Can't do it. Taijuan Walker, he is priced down some, 5.9, 10, 37, 11.9, 24, 5, and 18. I don't think either of these guys have the makeup to play, the pitcher in Coors thing. If I had to pick one, I would pick Taijuan Walker, though. I wouldn't play Chatwood in Coors. I think Arizona bounces back in a major way. Give me some David Peralta. Goldie can crush right-handed pitching like it ain't nothing. This finally is a solid spot for Jake Lamb. He crushes right-handed pitching as a left-handed batter. Yasmani Tomas, man, he's been very underwhelming for me so far. And that's as far as I would go. Peralta, Goldie, Lamb. I like that spot in the order. Walker, the better pitcher. I agree. I'll only play Nomo there. Chatwood is sneaky, though. It's coming from Christopher Marie. So looking on the other side, man, taking a look. Now, Taijuan Walker's not a guy that I can't attack him. No, I can't. Charlie Blackmon, if Cargo does play, I kind of like him in this spot. We can go some Para. Nolan Arenado has been swinging that pretty hot bat lately. He hit a jack yesterday. So we can definitely take a look at this. 11.5 run total, man. Damn near everybody's going to be in play in some spot. Damn near everybody. This game we're talking about is the Houston Astros and the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. 5-mile-per-hour wind going out toward left field. MLB just luck. Keep real DFS sweatshop. That's coming from Mr. October. Yo, life is luck, baby. Life is luck. But depending on information that you get. So you mean to tell me if a guy that's never played DFS walks up against me, are you telling me that you would put your money on that guy to beat me in a head-to-head? No, you wouldn't. That means it's not just luck. It takes some skill. You got to know something about it. You wouldn't do it. There's a chance he could beat me, but there's a greater chance that I'd beat him, or you'd beat him. Yeah, Blackman had a pretty decent game tonight, though. He had a pretty decent game tonight. Haniger is still cheap. That's right. So we've got Mike Fiers on the mound for the Houston Astros. Let's make sure that is solid and correct. Mike Fiers and Matt Shoemaker. I've been like the Matt Shoemaker whisperer. I've been able to tell, I don't know how, when Matt Shoemaker is going to have a good game, okay, or a bad game. There's a couple times I didn't play him was when he had those shitty games. That -5 against Seattle, and I think that the last game against Seattle, I didn't play him 2 times against Seattle because I played some Seattle guys against him. But 17.85 against Oakland, 22 against Houston, 17 against Kansas City. So he's seen his Houston team before and played pretty well against him. I am not scared to play Shoemaker. Tone Loke says he is on Shoemaker as well. I'm not scared to play Shoemaker in this spot. 8.4K, I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with that at all. Now, Mike Fiers at 7.2 is not a play that I'm particularly interested in. 16.7, 6.9, 10, 4, and 12 with his last few fantasy scores. Don't like him. For that reason, I'm going to be taking a look at some of these the bats here. Now, Mike Trout got scratched. Didn't play, right? Maybe he does play tomorrow. He wasn't. I wasn't seeing placed on some kind of DL or anything like that. And I agree with Rodney Dwayne Davis. The Angels sneaky. Fiers is a flammable gas can. Yeah. Oh yeah. Altuve. Going back to that. Yeah. Altuve also has crushed Shoemaker. That's something that I did take a look at. Yeah. Altuve got right against Shoemaker. I believe it's 28 at bats, 2 solo home runs, 348 he's batting against him. So, I mean, yeah, that can happen. But I like Shoemaker this spot. 8.5 run total. You can give me some Shoemaker. Next game we're talking about the Detroit Tigers and the Oakland Athletics. Boy, they let me down tonight. Yo, I was sitting pretty and had Hahn. I was on Hahn. Nobody told me to get on him. Yo, that's a play. That's a play that I have to take full responsibility for. He was a guy that I was looking at, wanting to be cheap, wanting to fade the homie. So I was like, yo, I'm gonna get on Hahn. I played Hahn and I played the other guy that scored like 27 points. It was a really solid lineup. Hahn was just bad. He was just bad. I'm talking, I was at like 160 some odd points with a pitcher with 4 points. Like, my hitting was spot on, bro. The batter was spot on, but it was bad. It was bad. Chris Davis disappointed you tonight. Yeah. Hahn, he's shut the bed. Defense sweatshop, you the best at NBA. Keep it real. There it is. All right. So here we got Justin Verlander and Sonny Gray. Let's make sure we got Verlander for real. I want to make sure we got him there. Nope. See, we have Daniel Norris and Sonny Gray. Those are the guys going to be pitching tomorrow. Daniel Norris is at 8.1. Sonny Gray is at 7.8. I have no interest in either of these guys, man. I really don't. I don't have either interest in either. If anything, I'll be taking some bats in this game. It's a 9-run total. I like that. Both of these guys are not very great. Talking about Norris and Sonny Gray, I would take a shot at some bats in this spot. Most notably, you look at the Detroit side, who crushed Hahn yesterday. Tyler Collins, Alex Avila, Miguel Cabrera, man, very solid BVP against this team. Yo, dude is awesome at hitting the opposite field home runs. I'm sure you've heard announcers talk about it. I like some of the Detroit guys. Looking on the Oakland side, you can take some of those guys too, man. I think Chris Davis can definitely bounce back in the spot. You look at Rosales, maybe some Trevor Plouffe, a few guys that I do like. I like this game. I like some of the batters from this game. I hate the pitching though. Next game we're talking about is the San Francisco Giants and the Cincinnati Reds. Man, we saw the Cincinnati Reds run it up yesterday. We've got Johnny Cueto and Scott Feldman. Well, let's get back in here, man, and open up the stream again. We seem to have had some difficulty. Get back in and open it back up. Yeah, Scott Feldman, not a guy that I like. I'm not on Scott Feldman. He's not a guy that I have interest in at all. As a matter of fact, he's a guy that I don't think I can play. I can't play Scott Feldman in this spot. Johnny Cueto at 10.9 doesn't interest me as well either. Just because these guys have been playing so well. The bats have been so hot in Cincinnati, man. Billy Hamilton snagging bags. You've got, Zach Cozart hitting the ball. Votto is in a spot where he can really play well against Cueto. It's not that, I don't believe in Cueto and how good he is. It's just that I just don't want to test the hotness of the Cincinnati bats right now with Cueto. I don't think I can do that. That's not what I want to do. So, here we go. That's not where I want to go. Will I Cueto with some of these guys? I think I can. I can't go full. I can't go like full stack of Cincinnati the way I did yesterday. but I can take a shot at some of the left-handed bats. I can roster Joey Votto at 4.7, who I think should be cheaper. I think Joey Votto should definitely be cheaper against Johnny Cueto, but I could take Votto. If Scott Schebler's in the rotation, I can take Schebler. I can go Billy Hamilton. I can go 3 deep. I went 5 deep on him yesterday. I can go 3 deep. I may be able to do that. That might not be an issue for me. I can see that happening. Billy Hamilton, Joey Votto, Scott Schebler. I definitely don't think I'm going to be playing Johnny Cueto because I don't want to test those bats. Scott Feldman. Nobody's going to want to play those... nobody's going to want to play the San Francisco guys. Nobody's going to want to play them. But I kind of like Brandon Belt in this spot. Lone guy, give me some Brandon Belt. I like him. Maybe even Joe Panic if he gets he's in the rotation as well. This is gonna be a pretty tough game to roster for the San Francisco side. But I can play Billy Hamilton, I can play Votto, and I can play Scott Schebler if he does see that 5-6 holes play. I can play him. Next game we talk about is the Texas Rangers and the Seattle Mariners. Now, on the mound in this game, we've got Andrew Kashner and Dylan Overton. They're bringing out all the stops with this one. Andrew Kashner and Dylan Overton are going to be starting here. So that means we can play some Seattle and Texas guys. That's exactly what that means. Taking a look, Dylan Overton, a left-hander, so that means I can finally start playing some of these right-handed guys. Elvis Andrus at 3.6. Maybe some Carlos Gomez at 4K, kind of like him. Mike Napoli at 3.7. It's his turn to hit a dong. So we can play some of these guys. Luke Croy at 3.3. Now, that dude's usually at 4K or something. 3.3 for Luke Croy, solid. I can go there. I can play these guys. Against Andrew Kashner, you want to look at some of those left-handed bats. Cano is the guy that I like in this spot. Maybe some Nelson Cruz, kind of like Kyle Seager. This is gonna Gerard Dyson is also in play for me. I like this. I think I like Seattle bats. Shoemaker is 2.5 more than Walker. However, he plays just like a 5.9 pitcher. Hit or miss. Play. If you click him, I hope he goes lights out. I can take that. That's coming from Samuel. I like the drum. I can take that. So I highlighted the bats that I do like in the spot. I like the right-handed bats. Andrus, Gomez for Texas. Mike Napoli, I like him.